Are we live? We're live.
Live, yeah.
We are live. Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday night. Yeah, I'm a little delayed. It's the Living in Jacksonville channel. We are live officially. It's 8 o'clock Thursday night. Hello, Miss Rachel. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
What would I do without you? I didn't even know we were live. I'm glad I didn't start talking about people. And what a long day it's been. My gosh, it's Thursday. Thank the Lord.
All right. Brief moment, I was like, is he going to say anything? But
is he going to say anything? Oh, delayed. I'm delayed. All right. So we got a good show tonight. We're talking about a lot of sports cool things. And of course, you were just saying, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big baseball person, so forgive me, people. And as far as sports go, I mean, honestly, I went to University of Texas, so it was Longhorn football. I used to go to all the games. It was a great part of my college experience. But the way the season started out, like they do every year, the inconsistencies, I don't have the time to watch sports as much as any other dude would, because whatever time I have with my kids, I do, and then the rest of the time working. But I know there's a baseball game tonight. You want to tell me about it? It's pretty embarrassing, but yes, Miss Rachel is sharing with me what's going on in baseball because you probably know more about it than I do.
Oh, I mean, I'm no expert, but the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, which is our minor league baseball team, they're in Game 3, which is the final game of the International League Series Championship, and if they win tonight's game, they'll move on to the 2025 AAA National Championship game, which is a single winner take all game in Vegas. So that would be Saturday. If they win tonight, it's happening. The game is happening right now as we speak. So go Jumbo Shrimp.
Go Jumbo Shrimp. And for all you there at the game and watching this and recording, I know we're going to win. I'm a positive half glass kind of full kind of guy.
I mean, I just looked. And I'll share the tab really quick. They're currently winning. So 6
Yes.
Wins. Yeah. So
I didn't even know that.
Happening as we speak. So hopefully the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp can pull this off and go to the AAA National Championship game. It'd be pretty awesome.
So cool. All right. Very good. I have a question for you. I mean, maybe this is off basis, but it is kind of related. Do you think we'll ever have a Major League Baseball team here or no?
I don't think so. But if you've ever been to a Jumbo Shrimp game, and I went to before they were the Jumbo Shrimp, they were the Jacksonville Suns. Anybody who grew up here can probably still sing the jingle that they used to play on TV. And it's a lot of fun. So I highly recommend checking out a game. Obviously, this season's coming to an end because tonight's really the last game here in town in Jacksonville. So, but next season, I mean, it's a good time.
Okay. Just so people understand, Northeast Florida, Amelia Island, all that, and you know, just so you know, we have a lot of shrimp here. It's a big shrimping area in Northeast Florida. Mayport shrimp, I think, is very well known. So if you can get fresh shrimp here from the area out of the water, it's supposed to be very good. And I'm assuming that's where the name came from, Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah, it was one of those things. They made a name change from the Suns and they went for the Jumbo Shrimp. And I think it's clever and funny and cute. So I'm all about it.
All right. All right. Moving on. Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
The big conversation this week that you're probably seeing titles everywhere for.
Yes, the Jaguars seek contractors for the Stadium of the Future construction. So this is a big deal. I mean, this is really, I believe this is the last phase. They're ramping up, finding contractors for various jobs. They have, $532 million building permit for construction of the stadium's new cable net roofing structure, as well as other additions and structural demolition. So, I mean, this is not the first permit for the stadium, but it's the biggest one so far. So they're basically, what this means is they're gearing up for the big stuff.
So this is real, folks. This Jacksonville Stadium that you're seeing pictures of, it's happening, and this is big money. I mean, we're talking about the first $500 million of permitting being pulled right now, which I think is going to absolutely change the downtown Jacksonville scene completely. It's really going to be beautiful, and the details of what they're talking about here is insane.
Right. So a lot of the stuff that they're talking about is, here we go. This has a little more detail on what exactly they're adding to this stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, we already talked about that cable net roofing structure, a tensioned fabric facade and roof.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I've been to the game. If it's actually, depending on when the game is, it's actually shadier on the guest side of the stadium. It can get really hot on the other side. So I'm assuming that's why they're doing that. It says the stadium's design includes 70% shade canopy. That alone is a big deal.
Right. Yeah. So that's one of the big things that they're working on adding to this stadium. I think that's a great idea. I've been to those games where you're sitting in the heat and you're just melting.
Baking. You are. It is. It's hot.
It gets really hot. So yeah, it includes a 70% shade canopy. The base capacity is going to be more than 63,000. That's just the base capacity of how many people they can put in, with an expansion capability up to 71,500 for college football games. Like, we have the Florida Georgia game here, so I'm sure they'll need extra seating for that, because we have all those Dog fans and Gator fans coming to Jacksonville for that. And, for concerts and lighting and digital technology. I'm just reading my notes here, because it's sometimes reading through the whole article for all the little bits and bobs. It's hard to find sometimes. So that's what I'm looking at over here. And the main concourse, this part I also thought was interesting. The upper concourse surface area are designed to be increased by 185% and 260% respectively. That's in addition to 13 new elevators, 32 new escalators, 220 new food and beverage points of sale, and 14 new restrooms.
Okay.
So
the restroom parts is the most exciting part for me. Just
kidding. I thought that was great. Yes. Yeah. But also 220 new food and beverage points of sale. I mean, I imagine some of it might be just like a quick walk up kind of kiosk.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would have to imagine if they're adding 220, because that's a lot of food and beverage points of sale. So I think, you really won't be waiting in line for food, it sounds like.
Yeah. So a few things that I thought were interesting reading up on it was that they're first of all, they're keeping the name Everbank Stadium. You read that, right? Mm-hmm. The other thing is the sustainability is their big theme in the architecture. So they're reusing the core structure, and just so people understand, it's not all being totally gutted and torn down. So, because I have a lot of people that go, we don't need a new stadium. Why are we wasting taxpayers' money on this? Relax, people. It's not. It's kind of like a makeover. The protective canopy and roof is going to reduce the heat claims up to 70% less for heat retention. They're going to have a mirrored reflective facade that will tie into Jacksonville waterfront nature. So, these are all the things that make Jacksonville special, and why we know Jacksonville so well, because we always try to tie in nature some way. And we're not all a bunch of tree huggers. Relax. They're just making it more sleek and more updated and newer. I mean, it's a little tired. Okay, I'm not against the current stadium, but we got to admit it's a little tired looking. It's about time we start doing some updates, right?
I agree. It's time to do some updates. To me, it just looks like any other stadium you would see. So
yeah, big concrete junk. I love this, but I always say concrete parking lot is all it feels like. But they'll also have a lot of green areas. So they said it's going to double as a park on non-event days. Right. So, I think there's really good things that are going to be happening with this. And, it's $700 million splitting with the city. So a lot of money is going into this. And you know what? We have a pretty decent team. And this is going to motivate and encourage more people to come out on a Sunday to downtown and bring more life into the downtown area.
Right. Well, and across the street, the Shipyards project too, that the Four Seasons Hotel. And also right next to that, there's going to be Metropolitan Park, which they're also renovating that. And that'll be another kind of green space where people could maybe potentially have a picnic before they go to the game or something, just another thing to look at and do right along that river.
Yeah. I'm super excited about it. It looks really cool, and it's so nice to see that it's actually going through, and they're working through it quickly. So that's awesome for the downtown area. Totally.
Right. And one other thing I wanted to point out, and just because I always think it's important to look at what the commitment is from the Jaguars and all that. So this, according to a deal that received city council approval in June 2024, the city will pay $625 million and the team will pay $625 million for the project, extending the Jaguars lease for 30 years with a non-relocation clause. Jacksonville will also pledge $150 million for deferred and ongoing maintenance. That must be completed before construction starts, bringing in total contribution $775 million. So, good to know with the non-relocation clause.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it's definitely an investment.
So they'll be going away for so either we're going to see Orlando or Gainesville. So we're going to have to go watch future games in Orlando or Gainesville. If you had to decide temporarily where you wanted to go watch the Jags play and you were a season ticket holder, where would you rather go, Gainesville or Orlando? I think I already asked you this question, but anyway, I'm going to ask again.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a season ticket this year. My husband goes to the games a lot, and I just can't commit to a full season. So he has his ticket, and I think for him, if he had to pick between Orlando and Gainesville, I mean, Gainesville is just a little easier. So I think he might pick Gainesville, but I think he'd be in the minority.
Yeah, I agree. Orlando's traffic's insane. In fact, I need to do a video comparing Orlando to Jacksonville because it's so different. I mean, traffic's bad in Jacksonville, but my gosh, Orlando's got some serious issues. If you're anywhere near I-4, forget it.
Yeah, it's definitely, well, and it gets really fast. And I will admit that I'm a little bit more of a slow pokey driver.
Yeah, no worries. That's okay.
I can admit it. If you come to Jacksonville and you see a minivan going down the road, it might be me slow poking along.
New York, New Jersey won't like that.
I know, but know.
We're taking it easy over here.
Where I'm going.
Yeah. By the way, folks, this is interactive tonight, so you can also put in your comments where you're watching from. We'd love to know where you're watching from. It's super awesome to know if you're local or watching from the other part of the country, or we've even had international people. It's a big military area, so we've had we had one person watching from Japan. So go ahead and put it in the comments. We will respond to you.
Yes. All right. So next up, another big deal we got coming to town, the Florida High School Sports Athletic Association Basketball Championships moved to Jacksonville's UNF, the University of North Florida Arena in 2026. So another big event coming to town. So this is really great. So it returns to Northeast Florida after a nearly 50-year absence. So this will, actually, we also got a couple other events. We were awarded several NCAA Division I and Division II postseason events. Mayor Donna Deegan announced we're getting that high school basketball state championships. So that's pretty great. The games are already scheduled for February and March.
Yeah. And for folks that don't live here, I mean, honest to goodness, Northeast Florida, I mean, everybody's serious about their sports, but from even a high school level, I mean, a lot of people here move here asking about the sports programs just on even the children's level. My daughter's in travel soccer her second year, and she's 8 years old, and we have 8 tournaments that are out of town this year. I mean, we literally have a Tampa tournament in a couple of weeks. So it's pretty crazy. We have to do a show kind of outlining what some of our high schools are known for as far as the top athletic programs. Like we have our girls soccer and boys soccer, I think at Durbin have been state champions. We have a tennis team that's been state champions. So we have a lot of different sporting teams where kids are really top performers in the state of Florida. And it's really intriguing to see that. And I've had families say, yeah, we're moving here for baseball. We're moving here for track and field. I have a buyer, a client here that moved here, and their son literally was trying out for the Junior Olympics. So we have some serious sports here for sure. It's very serious. And so these kind of programs on a collegiate level, or even if they're not a national level, these sports foster, like I already taken my daughter to the new ladies Sports JAX professional soccer game at UNF, and the tickets are $16 to $18. It's not expensive, and the kids really get a good experience going and witnessing the game. So I encourage and love these things that, on a small, I hate big crowds, to be honest with you. So these smaller venues or on a collegiate, high school, whatever level, to be able to take your kids to watch, it's not expensive.
Right.
And it's very inspirational to them as well.
Yeah. I mean, the UNF arena, it can hold 5,100 fans, but obviously that's significantly less than what Everbank, the Jax Stadium, can hold. Right. So, but for a high school basketball championship, I think that's a really great size, and I'm sure for the players it feels like a really big deal it
should encourage our local high school basketball players to want to be at the state championships because it's right here at home.
Right. I think it's really great. And it's just so cool. And this is part of a project that has been ongoing with the Jacksonville Sports Foundation. So that's a part of the Visit Jacksonville initiative through the mayor's office. And they're attracting more sporting events to the city to elevate the city's profile and boost sports tourism, which is great. And they've got those college sports and a whole bunch of things come into town because of this. So it's another tourism thing. It's just even more people coming through Jacksonville, checking it out. And it's just awesome.
Yeah. People wouldn't come otherwise. Just kidding. I'm joking. I mean, honestly, people are visiting from other states. They're like, oh, I want to go to Miami, or I want to go to Tampa, or whatever. I'm like, come on, people. You got to come to Jacksonville, for crying out loud. It's amazing.
You definitely got to give it a shot. I mean, it's a great family friendly. And like you were talking about, all these sporting events, we do have a lot of different options that you can go and check out. You were just talking about Sporting JAX Soccer League. And they're trying to actually come up with a way to do a stadium in town too. Yes. So Nice High School, so this right here, Nice grad Tebow. So Nice High School is a high school in St. Johns County. Tim Tebow is, Tim Tebow, he's a football player. And
not just any football player. Come on now. He was a star football player at University of Florida. He was a Gator. Now, I didn't know this, but you let me know. He was actually homeschooled, but he did play football at Nice High School here.
Yes, that's what I understand.
Yeah, in Ponte Vedra. And the beautiful thing is he's come home to this area. He lives here, I believe, and now he's investing a lot of money to get a soccer stadium built for our professional ladies soccer team.
Right, along with Blake Bortles, who is a Jaguars quarterback, and Hall of Famer John Elway. So all big names in football, and they're working on soccer, pretty cool.
Yeah, and I've been to a game. They're awesome. They had a tournament, I think, last weekend against Kansas, I believe. It was Kansas or Kentucky, but they beat them 2-0. They're doing really awesome. So I think it's fantastic, especially if you young girls like you and I do. It's impressionable.
Right. Yeah. I mean, every time my girls see, women's sports, they get excited, and I think everybody who sees, a sports person who looks like them or whatever doing well, I do think that that's inspiring and motivating.
For
So
sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Girl power.
Right, girl power. So what I love about this article is John Elway has a quote talking. He says, owning a team is great, owning the land underneath it even better. So they're trying to find a place where they can not only have a stadium, but they're looking for a permanent home that anchors a mixed-use district with housing, retail, and community space. So they're not just looking for, a place where they can pop a stadium. They're looking for more than that. They're looking for something that they can kind of build, a whole industry around it.
For sure. And it's big money too. So again, they have enough confidence in the sports to bring in a crowd. And so they're putting their, on the line, millions, tens of millions of dollars to build the appropriate stadium. Although I have to say, you can get a private box on the other side of the field. They have like these little trailers. They're VIP suites, and you can sit upstairs on top of it, and it's literally right there on the field, and they bring you drinks and food and everything. And it's not like outrageous to be a sponsor and have one of these private suites. And so I was fortunate enough to be invited to one. Brought my daughter to the game, and it was amazing. I mean, I think I looked it up, and to sponsor one for a game was $3,000 or something like that. And I don't know how many people were in it, but all foods and drinks. So it's a fantastic way, if you're a local business owner, to get your name out there and sponsor it with young families and have a good night out with your family and friends, whether you're doing it seasonally or just for a game. It's not that expensive. And again, you're kind of provide, you're supporting financially this growth of this team, which I think is amazing.
That's really cool. Yeah. That's awesome. So yeah, I love that. And so I'm going to go to my next article that I have. Okay. So in St. Augustine was the World Golf Village Hall of Fame property, and it's pretty much empty at this point. And St. Johns County owns it. So they're seeking proposals to redevelop the former World Golf Hall of Fame site. They have two proposals that were submitted: Golftopia and the fountains at World Golf Village. So Golftopia, I have to say, I just love that name. Its proposal is blending golf, hospitality, and entertainment. This, I think, just sounds so cool. They would have virtual reality golf, 6 themed mini golf courses, a driving range with food and beverage service, foot golf and disc golf courses, lighted par 3 golf, and an event inspired by Waste Management Phoenix Open. So, the kind of rowdy golf event, they're looking for something like kind of fun, like something kind of exciting to go and see. It also calls for the reintegration of the IMAX Theater, hot air balloon rides, and special event space, restaurants, and shopping. So Golftopia sounds like super exciting to me. I think that would be such a cool thing to have there in that World Golf Village place. And I think it's a really great location too, because it's not too far off of 95. You've got Buc-ee's is down there. You've got Costco, so it's seems to me that it could be a really, really neat spot for that.
Yeah, we need to do a whole show on World Golf Village, because quite honestly, World Golf Village has taken on a life of its own. It kind of used to be, a lot more empty nesters or whatnot, but now it's growing massively, since it's pretty close to, Silverleaf pretty much bleeds into World Golf Village. Like you said, you've got the Bass Pro Shop, the Super Walmart coming in, Costco, Buc-ee's. And then you have Trailmark West. So there's a lot of communities around there, and really there's a lot of families moving in there. It's a little more competitive price wise. You got Bannon Lakes over there, Pulsey community. So there's a lot of residential going on in there, and so with that, you have a lot of families, and we need things to do for families so that kids aren't at home stuck on their iPad or running around on e-bikes causing trouble, right?
Right, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And really, it's kind of surprising to me. I don't think there's a whole lot of lighted par 3 golf courses, or really maybe any lighted golf courses nearby, which is surprising. I know when we were living up in Illinois, that was a pretty common thing to find, with a lit par 3 course.
Yeah.
Because it just gets so dark so early in the fall and into the winter too. But so they would have to light it.
Yeah.
But it does surprise me that we don't really have that here, because you really could play golf so much. I mean, really year round if you did,
For sure. We have fantastic golf courses here. There's so many opportunities for sure.
Yeah. So, but providing a lit golf course would be like a lighted one would be awesome. And then the other idea for World Golf Village is a project. It's more mixed use with medical and senior living facilities. So, So an independent living community, retail, restaurants, commercial space. I mean, that would be cool too if it has like cool restaurants and cool like retail stores. But I gotta say, golf.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Put in your comments if you want World Golf Village to have more old people. I didn't say that. I can't say that. Sorry.
It's independent living.
Independent living. Sorry.
But I mean, it's when you compare like virtual reality golf, 16 mini golf courses to just senior living facilities and medical and retail.
Doesn't sound as fun, right? I mean, totally.
I mean, it's all in like what when you're like when you go to like a performance or something, and somebody goes and they're like really amazing, and you're like, oh, I have to follow that act. I feel like that's kind of what we have going on here. Golftopia just sounds like woo. And then
well, the problem is with that is that they're going to go with the one that's going to create more revenue, unfortunately. So that's going to be interesting to see. A lot of money in independent living and in medical, but don't we have enough of it? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Something new and different like Golftopia would like create new attractions to that area. So
right. Up next, I have some info on Durbin Park area. So there's been an unfinished restaurant there for a few years, and it seems like there's been some activity. So it looks like maybe Drew Brees Restaurant Walk-Ons, Sports Bistreaux, maybe moving towards completion in the Durbin Park area. So St. John's County issued a sign permit. That's usually a good sign when you have a sign for what's coming. So it's it's been a project that's been on hold for a little while, and now it looks like it's happening.
Well, it's not small. It's a 7,500 square foot restaurant. I mean, $2.5 million. So you got to come up with the money for it. And let's be honest here. I mean, I don't know if you've heard this, but I hear it all the time. I feel people don't think that we have enough satisfactory real sports bars here in the area. Do you feel that way?
I guess I wouldn't know what a satisfactory sports bar is if the ones we have aren't satisfactory.
Okay, never mind. I'll leave that for anybody who thinks that we could use some more real sports bars, like some really cool sports bars in the St. John's area. Go ahead and put it in the comments. If I'm wrong and you know of some good sports bars, then go ahead and also put that in the comments for others watching. Would like to know if you're local and you know where the favorite sports bar is.
Yeah, I want to know also what criteria makes a good sports bar.
Well, I mean, we have what, Dick's Wings?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave it at that. And then
I mean, I like that place though.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
All right. So anyways, but yeah, so that's Drew Brees' restaurant.
Where is that? Did you look up actually where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's right in front of the Cinemark.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good
So,
location.
right. So, in that Durbin area.
Near Home Depot and all that stuff.
Yeah. So right in front of the Cinemark.
Yeah, so you can go pick up your Home Depot stuff on Sunday and then go watch a game and have some good food.
Yep.
Perfect.
I like it.
I like it too.
And there's also like an Ulta. So, I mean, for me, my husband would probably go to the sports bar and I'll be like, I'll go shopping for a bit at the makeup store.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. I'm sure he would be like, well, maybe not.
Maybe it's not a good idea. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Also, you sent me this one. I love this. Putt proposal. Major new recreational center proposed at Silverleaf. It's a putt mini
We
golf.
need a putt. I
We
love this. Sorry. I know it's cheesy, but I have kids, and every time we go somewhere, we go and play putt golf. Have you ever played putt golf in downtown Amelia Island?
No.
They have a really cool putt golf course in Amelia Island, and it's downtown near the water and everything. And it's actually a pretty decent course. It's nothing huge, but you can actually order a cocktail and you can play putt golf with your family. You're outdoors. It's always fun and competitive. And I'm like, it's about time we had one in this area of St. John. So kudos for Silverleaf for getting it on the books. I hope it happens. I really do.
Yeah, me too. I love putt. It is like, I'm with you on that 100%. There's a nostalgia thing to it. I like it when you go to one that's a little cheesy and plays 80s music. Like, that's my vibe. Like, give me that like Karate Kid vibe.
You're showing your true age.
I know, but I love it so much, and my kids enjoy it too. So,
Yes.
I think it's one of those things that crosses that generational barrier of what counts as fun. And so I really hope this does happen because it would bring 36 holes of mini golf to Silverleaf. That we don't really know a whole lot about it, but we do know, it's got to go through a bunch of permitting still. So there's a long way to go for this. But the project, it says it would be somewhere near the intersection of Silverleaf Parkway and St. John's Parkway. So to give you an idea of where this is, so where that red dot is, somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah. Well, it's not too far for us. We don't have one here near Nocatee, but I hear they're also potentially going to be building one near Palencia, I think, as well.
That's true. I have that pulled up too. So that one would be called, I like the name, Nothing Putt Fun and Games.
Right.
So again, it also has to go through all that same process of rezoning the property and getting permits. So it's got a ways to go. But again, 2 18-hole miniature golf courses and more. This one's a little interesting though. It's a planned 2-story, 32,000 square foot facility with a 22,000 square foot outdoor course. So it's going to have 2 stories, which sounds really, I know. I thought that was kind of interesting too. So we'll see what happens with this one as well. Keep an eye on it. Haven't seen anything pop up yet. I have gone to the Adventure Landing St. Augustine mini golf course. It's very small. The Anastasia miniature golf course, I've gone to that one too. That one's fun. It's near the beach. Cheesy, but fun.
Well, that's a long drive too.
It is. It is one of those, you're making a night of it,
Yeah.
or a day of it. And then I haven't done the Ripley's Bayfront mini golf, the county's oldest course, built in 1949. So,
yeah.
So we're definitely due for a new one. This one, I'll show you on the map, this red dot. So here's like the Palencia area.
It's just south of Palencia.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, the reason we don't have a lot of putt golf is because the land is so expensive here in St. Johns County. Probably a reason why they're doubling it up to a 2-story.
Right.
That'd be interesting how that turns out. But
yeah, I looked into it a little bit to see if the person who wants to buy the property in this article He, I don't think owns it yet. I dug through the property records and it's still under the previous owner's name. So that piece of the puzzle hasn't come together yet that, you know.
Yeah. So we're very early people. None of this is this is like pre-permitting, just proposals at this point. But I think it's a great idea. I mean, we've even talked about it. Wouldn't that be a great business? Because we have so many families here that it would really encourage families to get together and do something fun, out and about, fresh air, just something to do as families, you know?
Yeah. Well, and with so many families moving to the area,
yeah,
I think the area really demands something of this.
For sure.
It's kind of
For
fun.
sure. Yeah.
That's kind of where my head's at. But I mean, it's also like, I've told my husband this before, if I ever win the lottery, I would totally open a putt-putt golf course. He's like, you want to own a putt-putt golf course? I'm like, it's my dream job.
Yeah. No, it would do well. It's a family business. It would be really fun. The kids can work there too.
And I'd be in charge of the music, and I think it'd be really fun for me.
I think you're talking about like disco putt-putt from what I'm hearing.
Wouldn't that be fun?
All right, now you're pushing it. All right.
Oh, goodness. So that's really all I have for tonight.
Awesome. Yeah.
All the stuff that looks like it's on the way.
Yeah. And this is a cool, fun family episode because I think it's really tying in about how our area is so family oriented. I think with all these sports events and putt-putt and the sports bars and the stadiums and the jumbo shrimp and the Jags, that, you know, it's just going to continue to attract more families to the area. I think, again, I always say it a lot to folks that are considering the area, that Florida is a big vacation destination. It's a very seasonal destination, and it's always been known as a big retirement state. And really nothing could be further for Northeast Florida, at least. I've done videos comparing, and I can put them in the description here, but I've done videos comparing North Florida to South Florida, and we are completely different. We're so family life on steroids. We're complete opposite than, you know, just a vacation destination. That might be a little bit of downtown St. Augustine, but we're a big family area. We're not just seasonal people. We don't have snowbirds. It gets as many snowbirds as South Florida because it gets cold here. So we have a little bit of everything in this area, and adding all these events and sports and all that just continues to make our family life thrive here as more and more people move to the area. And ironically, speaking of that, I heard Nassau County got #1 for is moved up the line for best school districts in the state of Florida.
Ooh.
Did you hear that?
I had not heard that yet.
Okay, because it was St. Johns County. We were always the #1 school district in the state of Florida, public schools. Then it was, I think, Bradenton or somewhere down in the Sarasota area. And now I'm hearing Nassau is snapping up the first spot right here north of us. So that's awesome to hear as well, because we have really good schools up here. So hopefully we can keep that up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're promoting family life and schooling and everything. And you can have your South Beach partying down in Miami.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, yeah, it really is. Like, it's totally family friendly, I feel like, where we are. So
yes, it is. So if you're one of those folks that are looking for that kind of environment where we have a lot of nature and parks and sporting events and a little bit of everything between Jacksonville and St. Augustine, and you're considering moving the area, please give me a call. I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can call, text, or email. My information will be in the description as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. We're doing this every Thursday night. We do live. We take your show topics. If you want to go ahead and put a comment of what you would like to know about development in the area, lifestyle, or anything, we'll prepare a show for just you on a Thursday night. We're always looking for ideas. And of course, Tuesday nights, I put my recordings out, all the community overviews. We just announced the big unveiling of Everrange by the Park Group, which is the next big master plan development that they're creating after Nocatee. It's going to be a huge project. Hopefully it'll be started in the new year. So lots going on in the area. And if you need to know more, make sure you reach out. We want to be your information source as well. So Thank you, Miss Rachel. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and don't forget to thank Miss Rachel in the comments too for putting these together for you. All right. Good night, folks.